This episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, authentic Muay Thai lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of a Nak Muay. Go check it out. Sawadee Krap, this is Jonathan over at the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. Today we are in again with Mr. Joshua Soliva. You are in Phuket currently, right?
Yup.
Yeah.
Out here training, but maybe moving soon, so we'll see.
Yeah, man. We were talking a little bit before. What time is it over there? It's 8:40 on Sunday, March 20th here. It's March 20th there, but what time is it?
It's 10:44 at night.
10:44 at night. Nice 14-hour time difference. So what have you been up to since the last time you were on? I know I told you a few people reached out and like, yo, I got the Bushido book. Thank you for the recommendations. But what have you been doing since then? Do you have fights or what's going on?
Well, this I was like, a week ago I was supposed to fight, but the guy pulled out,
Oh.
And man, it was crazy because like the communication with the at the place I was at, the communication with the trainers was off. Like, they told me the head trainer kept telling me number 8, on the 8th of the month.
Yeah.
And then he went to Russia, all this stuff happened. And then
oh shit.
Yeah. And then what do you call it? Finally the 8th comes and I'm like the day before the 8th I was like telling him like, hey man, like I gotta fight, blah blah blah. And then they said, oh okay, you don't have a fight because they didn't put it on the stadium. But the thing is it's Rawai Stadium out here in Phuket, and I just really it's just the fights are all constantly like the last time I fought I was like fighting with the guy that it was this mismatch constantly,
Yeah.
So
I remember you told me that last time. You're like, this guy had a little ton of experience, but you just went out there and did what you could.
Yeah, it was good, man, and the guy was awesome. He trains with Paul, Paulie. But the thing is that man, it's just if you want, I think my thing was like, what do you call it, revelation or whatever, was like, man, I need to get the hell out of here. There's too much funny things going on, out here in Phuket. Maybe just go to Bangkok, and go explore that area too. So whoever's out there,
Yeah.
come hit me up.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that a little bit too. We were talking about with you potentially moving to Bangkok because a lot of the promotions are moving back out there, correct? Like, was it MX?
Muay Hardcore.
Muay
Hardcore. I think Super Champ as well. It's really hard because then over here in Phuket, these people, they have to pay for a plane flight every time they're gonna fight. On one of these promotions, they have to pay for the plane flight and fly out there to Bangkok, you know what I mean? And then come back, you know what I mean? And make a certain amount of money and then come back. And it's like, that's a lot,
Yeah.
Might as well just be there. And then you got the old stadiums, though, man. Lumpini, Rajadarman, and I think for me, that's like the main goal, if anything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not too worried on getting my name out there, but I just want to be in the pinnacle. That would be like the pinnacle of Muay Thai, if anything.
Yes. So real quick, kind of with the change of the promotions moving up to Bangkok, for those that don't know, is it because of like the COVID restrictions changing and now that they're easier to have in Bangkok?
Exactly, because they moved it down to Phuket because of the COVID restrictions. Because people, they were going crazy over there. But then now that Thailand's opening up and the world's easing up, masks are getting, people are taking their mask off in certain countries, even European countries and whatnot. Now that's going on. Thailand's open, now you got a bunch of crazy tourists again, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's easy to get back in the country. I'm even looking at it, talking about crazy tourists, man.
Hell yeah, man. Man, if you're in Thailand and I'm in Thailand, we definitely
Oh,
have to
oh,
eat some Thai food.
you know we're gonna link up, man. I'm looking at like November or December actually.
Yeah, man. And if you how long, it's like if you stay for a year, but I know you got your business back home.
Yeah.
Shit. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I'm planning on going out there for like I want to be out there for like around 2 months ideally.
Yeah.
I have some things out there I want to do, and it's gonna take like at least a month and a half, I think. So I think shooting for 2 months would be good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely. Yeah. No, that and that's not hard too. You can just get I think that you can just get a normal tourist. And then
Yeah.
they changed a lot of things with get entering Thailand's easier
Yes.
than when I did from
Yes.
last year.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah. You went there when it was like very hard to
yeah,
get in,
COVID
and
and all this crazy
yeah,
shit.
they're uh, allowing you to do, I think, over the counter PCR tests now, or like the rapid test, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I know
Then they
before
let
it
you
had to be like
quarantine.
nurse.
Yeah, it's not it doesn't have the people are not freaking out as much about COVID because so many people have gotten it already and nothing bad has happened,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it's just like they kind of I think they're kind of like just over it now and it's just like come on, man, we need to make some money,
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
that talk about like a place that was really fucked up at COVID. You know, it's like families were committing mass suicide because they had no fucking money. It's messed
You
up.
know, man, you know what's crazy is that even okay, you say you get a street, right? And it's just fucking just normal like it just at the middle of nowhere.
Mm.
You put a fucking Muay Thai gym in there. It literally the tourism from that gym, you know what I mean? It helps the whole community. It's
Yeah,
nuts, man. Like I seen it. Like the Thai people make money from the foreigners that come in, and they buy food and they do all this stuff. So it's
yeah.
just like it's
Food,
crazy.
accommodation,
Uh,
transportation,
exactly.
sightseeing, tourism,
Massage.
yeah, massage, living, everything like that.
Yeah, man. And it's with the moment that tourism just got cut off, man, all these Thai people were going fucking crazy,
Mm.
man. It's just crazy to see like, man, and Thailand's like Wild West, man. Like, yeah, you'll see some crazy shit. Like,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
kind of going into that, you're looking at Bangkok, because the promotion's changing be a little bit easier to be closer. You won't have to travel all the time to fight, and it won't
yeah.
just be Raw Wise Stadium that you have as an option, which is good. Like because you're there for a year or two, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Okay.
correct, correct.
So
Yeah, man. It just Man, I've been okay, this is my second time in Phuket, and like I know everything. Like I literally know like every single part of the island already. Like and the thing too is like, like these gyms, it's good for people who want to get away and be by the beach, and they want to go
mm,
on a vacation. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And at one point I was like thinking like, I can still like be serious here. And there's people who are like successfully serious out here, but then there's certain things where I'm just like, man, man, might not go. If you look at all the best people in history, and even like old school foreigners, you know what I mean? Like they all
we're in
had to be
Bangkok,
do
man.
Bangkok.
Yep.
Exactly, they had to do Bangkok.
Yeah.
And it's just though, it takes a different type of person. It takes a different type of person to just be like, I'm gonna be in this fucking city. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And just train. Like, fuck it, I just gonna train. You know?
Yeah, I think it's important to have some planned time away from the city too. Like, hey, I'm gonna go to Bali, or hey, I'm gonna go to Phuket, I'm gonna go to Chiang Mai, I'm gonna go to Koh
Yeah,
Samui. Like these places that have like the getaway to recharge and remember like your why of why you're there.
yeah, exactly, man. Bob Sapp, he's out there. He's out there in Chiang Mai, man, doing. They say he had like five wives or something.
What?
You
I
know?
didn't know that.
Yeah, Bob Sapp. Yeah, because like Bob Sapp's
The
living
Bob
out in Chiang
Sapp,
Mai, dude.
the for those that don't know Bob Sapp, let's rewind real quick. Bob Sapp got really famous in martial arts for fighting on Pride in these freak show fights. So you're telling me Bob Sapp is in Chiang Mai and has got like 5 wives?
Yeah, like everyone told me, because there's these freak show fights out here now in Thailand that are becoming a fucking thing. Like they got people Siamese like taped to each other, two Thai guys taped to each other, fighting other 2 Thai guys. They're
Fighting
doing like
Bob
crazy,
Sapp.
yeah, like freak show shit, And Bob Sapp was there, and then my friend was doing a lot of the content for that event. It was
Yeah.
like Full Metal Dojo. It's called
Yes.
Full Metal
Oh,
Dojo.
I've seen their Instagram. Okay, that makes
They
sense.
do crazy shit, like there's a midget fighting a fucking other midget, or a midget fighting like a lady boy or something. You know what I mean? Like they got the craziest. Like you get fucked up and you go to these things, you're definitely gonna have a good time. Like Dan
But it's
Bazarian showed up at one of their thing last week. Dan Bazarian's here in Phuket as well.
damn.
And
That's freaking wild, man. That they like when people are hurting for money. I mean, it's for shit like that to pop up. What was it like back in the day? Like in the Depression, it was like we had the free shows, right? And people would do crazy shit with their bodies for money.
so they got this guy, the promoter, man, is John Nutt, man. The guy is an American guy, which is fucking funny, dude.
What's his name?
John Nutt. John Nutt.
Nut. Okay, well he's a nut, man. Living up to his name.
He's a cool guy too. I talked to him, but like, man, they got all these crazy. It's kind of interesting to me, man. It's just like you bring back, they had a Kyokushin guy, a karate guy go head up with a Muay Thai guy, and then the Muay Thai guy just completely fucked him up. It was just like it was like straight Street Fighter mode, man.
Damn.
And but yeah, interesting events, man, like going on. And Bob Sapp was in one of them, and they're like, yeah, he's living in Chiang Mai, and he has like 5 like different Thai wives.
Shit.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I guess that's one way of dealing with a pandemic and the world being shut down.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. It's funny though. I don't blame. I mean, I'd probably, if I was like that guy, man, I'd probably be doing the same thing, honestly. I mean, fuck it, Hell yeah, this podcast is lit now, man. Freaking.
For those that don't know Thailand too, they might be extremely offended by what you just said. But I'm gonna kind of explain what that means for people who have not been there and understand that is pretty normal for. Real quick, while I have your attention, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our friends over at Hydronic Hydration. Hydronic Hydration is a rehydration formula. It's a oral replacement solution. I know it's a little bit of a tongue twister. You can visit them at Hydronic, that's HYDRONIQUE, hydration.com. You can go check it out. It has 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, 400 milligrams of elderberry for your immune system. It's got magnesium, zinc, all the host of electrolytes you're going to need to be able to rehydrate effectively. So the whole premise behind Hydronic was to have a simple hydration solution for healthcare workers during the height of the pandemic, where they couldn't really take off their masks repeatedly to be able to hydrate properly, and they'd have to operate 10, 12 hours at a time like this. So it's a great solution. I see a lot of benefits in this for fighters, especially during weight cuts or rehydration after weight cuts, or during those long training sessions, during the winter times where people tend to get a little bit sniffled up. It could be a good time to supplement inside of your water, and I highly recommend go check it out. The link is in the show notes, and they do sponsor this podcast, so I just want to give a shout to Hydronic Hydration for supporting the podcast. And if you enjoy this podcast, go check out their website, check out their story, and we'll get right back to it. Expats to end up in that situation. They have money, they're able to support multiple families, and they all know about each other, and it's okay.
As long as you take care of them, they're good. Like they don't even have no problem. Like it's just crazy, man.
It's like fucking nuts.
I couldn't even fathom it. You know what I mean? I couldn't even fathom it in the back of my brain, where I'm like, how the fuck is she okay right now with this?
Much less Bob Sapp, dude. Like, oh my god, poor. You know, that's a sign of like how much they're hurting there too. You know, that's fucked up.
I was at the man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was at the club. Was it 2 days ago? That's one of my Turkish friends. Was like, "Oh, bro, it's my last day." Da 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 da. And come with me. And I only had a cola, man. I was behaving, but I was up all night, man.
Mm.
And then all I could see is this Irish guy, and his Thai girlfriend. This guy
Jesus.
screaming at her in the freaking thing, man. And then I'm surrounded by a bunch of fighters, and it's like if he touches her, like you always see that common scenario is just fucked. It's just fucked, man. It's just a common thing,
Well, I always make it a point to look at those people and just like stare at them uncomfortably. Like just because you are in a foreign country does not make it okay.
Yeah, man. It's like foreigners get out of, like, see these foreigners, they get crazy, man. And this one Canadian guy was like selling drugs. Man, like the Thai people, the local, they're very sneaky, man. He got out of his car and then boom, 50 bullets, man. They just unleaded 50 bullets in this guy. And and that's the thing, like, crazy story, actually. I got an even crazier story. This is in 2019, man. I was on the Soi Thai, so that's the Tiger Muay Thai street.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And you go all the way in, it's Phuket top team. So I was in a bar playing pool because after the team, we don't go to drink, but we go to like cool down the mind and have a distraction, and we'll have a game of pool. So all you see this, it was like this guy is a Middle Eastern. This guy was about to have a contract with the UFC. This guy was I guess from what I heard,
allegedly
decent.
Yeah.
Allegedly decent, you know what I mean? So the thing about these people is that they don't, when they drink, because back home in their country, whatever Middle Eastern countries, some places alcohol is banned, So he didn't know how to drink properly, and he was getting crazy. This man was getting crazy. So there's these little roti vendors, like these, like, man, roti. I just had roti, these little pancake things. And then so the guy's wife, there was a wife. And this man just like the whole demeanor, because he comes from a different whatever country, and how the woman's right, men's right is all twisted up. I don't know. I don't go into detail. That's a whole other thing right there. But he called he called the lady a bitch, man. And the husband was there. It was an old, like 60-year-old Thai man.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And he was like fucking constantly harassing this man's wife, dude. Like, imagine someone coming up to your wife and you're like you've just been working all day in the freaking heat.
Yeah.
And then this fucking old man, he grabs this freaking like kitchen knife, dude, and then stabs this freaking guy in the neck, dude. And I didn't see it. This was a story, but I was on the street when it happened, and I saw the aftermath when the ambulance came and all this. So they run it by the law, and they let the old man, like, nothing happened to the old man, like he's free, like he didn't get charged with anything. Damn. You know what I mean? It's because a foreigner was acting crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the thing that people, like, when you say, like, it doesn't make it okay, because you're in a foreign country, it doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I see these foreigners all the time, and they're acting freaking crazy, and I'm like, man, you're gonna if you don't watch out, you're gonna be prayer before dawn mode, taking it up the ass by some Thai dude in Thai prison, man.
Well, hey, Josh, it was great catching up with you, brother. On that note, right, we're gonna end on that note. I just want to say, let's keep in touch, man. Keep me posted on this Phuket, Bangkok journey you're on. I'm freaking super stoked to be able to help document some of it for you on the podcast here. So keep me posted, brother. And you can always WhatsApp me. And for anybody that's listening out there, how can they find you?
Josh Soliva 95 on Instagram, and then just message me on there, and then if we vibe, we can talk on WhatsApp and all of that stuff. Yeah,
you're also on the Discord server and stuff as well, Josh Soliva 95 on the Muay Thai community Discord. Go check him out, guys. Good dude, posting good content from over in Thailand and everything. But with that said, everybody, have a great day.
All right, that's it today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening on iTunes, please go leave a review. It means the world to me if you enjoy the content, if you like hearing about all the stuff that has to do with Muay Thai and what we're doing.